So don't mask pain. Fight it naturally with Relief Factor. Seattle police say they have arrested a man in connection with random stabbings over the past 2 days that left 9 people injured.
Officers located a suspect matching a description given by witnesses. Officers detained that individual. Witnesses were then brought by who looked at that suspect and confirmed that was the correct person.
Deputy Chief Eric Barden.
The suspect was arrested without incident. A weapon was recovered from within the vicinity of that suspect, as well as there was a knife remained in a victim of the stabbing who was transported to Harborview.
Barton says a 10th stabbing involved a robbery and was not clear if it was connected to the random attacks. 5 people have been shot and wounded in a Virginia restaurant. Lynchburg police offers response to a call to shots fired late Friday at BB Spot. That's an area that is susceptible to these crimes. New Orleans' former Six Flags theme park, which shuttered in the wake of Hurricane Katrina, has finally come down.
The Times-Picayune, the New Orleans Advocate reports demolition took place at the eastern New Orleans site of Carnival rides and buildings just off Interstate 10 that never reopened after Katrina struck. Developer Troy Henry and others are advancing new plans for the land through a development partnership called Bayou Phoenix. Bayou Phoenix has reached an agreement with one of 3 anchor tenants.
Correspondent Jeremy House reporting. New Mexico State Police have destroyed tens of thousands of pounds of marijuana plants at greenhouses in the northwestern part of the state. An attorney for the company says his client's civil rights were violated and the company plans to sue over the damaged property. Authorities say dozens of agents were assigned to eradicate the plants in October. You'll find more news and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Ron Taylor.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVVF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests. Hey, what's happening?
What?
I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Week in Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro news, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Middleboro in Review. It is 7:07 a.m. Today is November 10th, 2024. And for anyone listening to us between Chicago and Florida, today is Amtrak Floridian Day, Don.
Yeah.
Yay, all right.
Yeah, it's brand new service.
Yep.
Starting today. It's going to run from Chicago, Illinois to Miami, Florida. It's the capital limit route between Chicago and DC, and then continue on point south to Florida.
So let's just start off right with it. Again, today is the first day of service for the Amtrak Floridian temporary service, long distance, that operates daily between Chicago and Miami via DC. It's officially began today. I don't know if the first. I'm pretty sure the first train is either out or it's just about to be.
It might usually, if they go with the capital limited, it usually leaves like midday. But who knows? They could switch it around.
Yeah. All right. So. Again, this is a train that is a combination of 2 existing ones, the Capital Limited and the Silver Star, as Don just mentioned. The Capital Limited, which operates between Chicago and D.C. overnight, and the Silver Star, which operates overnight between New York City and Miami. Amtrak intends the train to be temporary, that could change, in response to the planned rehabilitation work in the East River tunnels, which is a big project that's being undertaken, Don.
Well, the East River Tunnels is the Hudson River Tunnel between New Jersey and New York. That's the those aged tunnels. They really got hit during Storm Sandy back in, was that 2012? I think that was. So so it was they definitely I guess they got to rebuild, and that's part of the infrastructure plan that President Biden signed into law a few years ago. So I think that's going through. So they're going to build 2 new tunnels, and then rehab the existing 2. So they have 4 tubes crossing over for Amtrak and New Jersey Transit. So hopefully that works out good.
The Amtrak Floridian will operate with single level Amfleets and Viewliner passenger cars. Again, it is operational as of today. Some of the stats here with this distance, the total distance is 2,076. 2,076. That's a lot of miles done. 47 hours. This train.
Yeah, that's
2 days.
Yeah, that's 2 days. All right. And the stretch between the Capital Limited stretch, Joey and I rode it a few years back. It's kind of slow. It's slow. It's slow through that stretch, just like the Cardinal. But I think the stretch through the south, i.e. the Northeast Corridor, I haven't rode that Florida trains in a while. They move quite a bit, I mean, for some reason. Because it's not mountainous or anything like that. So, we'll see. I mean, now we got a direct 1-seat ride between Chicago and Miami. How about that, huh?
Yes. Some of the sleeping arrangements: 2 roomettes with a roomette with 2 beds, a bedroom with two beds as well, bedroom suite which has 4 beds, and an accessible bedroom that has 2 beds as well. There's a dining car and a cafe with this trip as well. All the track owners. There's a lot. Amtrak, CSX, Norfolk Southern, and then you have Sunrail as well. That's Florida. And then you have Tri-Rail, which is in Miami.
Well, Sunrail is the commuter rail. It's like 60-something miles. That's improved trackage. That's what that's all about. I mean, when they put commuter rail in, they bring it up to commuter rail standards, not freight standards. So those trains, actually those Amtrak trains, I want to ride that, down to Florida again at some point. But you're interested to see that you got these stretches of track that are commuter rail standards, and those trains can really get going. But the Amtrak trains get going anyway. They even on improved tracks, they fly.
Amtrak previously used the name Floridian for a Chicago-Miami service that ran from 1971 to 1979. This route, however, was a little bit different. This was via Louisville, Kentucky, and Nashville, Tennessee, and also Montgomery, Alabama. This one's going to be much different than that. No Alabama stops here. The stops are as follows: Chicago, Illinois, South Bend, Illinois. Illinois. Just one. Chicago, Illinois. South Bend
in Indiana.
Sorry, I corrected myself there.
Yep.
South Bend, Indiana, Elkhart, Indiana, Waterloo, Indiana, Toledo, Ohio, Sandusky, Ohio, Elraya. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It's Elraya.
So Sandusky, Ohio is on the Lake Erie. Mm-hmm. So it runs along pretty much the Great Lakes, and then I think then it's going to be set south.
Elrira, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, and Alliance, Ohio. In Pennsylvania, there's just 2, Pittsburgh and Connellsville.
We got on at Connellsville. We rode that to D.C. A few years back.
Yep. Maryland, just 1 in Cumberland. West Virginia, there's 2, Martinsburg and Harper's Ferry. In Maryland, there is Rockville. In the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., Virginia, Alexandria, Richmond, and Etterick. Then you have in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Raleigh, yes, Raleigh, Cary, Southern Pines, and Hamlet in North Carolina there. South Carolina, Camden, I apologize. Camden, Columbia, and Denmark. In Georgia, there's only one, and that is Savannah. In Florida, get ready for this, there's a lot. Florida is as follows: Jacksonville, Palatka, Palaka, yeah, I apologize for
The
some
reason
of
I
these
know is
names.
because I've been through all these places.
I apologize for some of these names. D-Land, Winter Park, Orlando, Kissimmee, Lakeland, Tampa, Winter Haven, Sebring, Okeechobee, West Palm Beach, Delray Beach, Deerfield Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, and finally the last stop on that route, Miami. So there you go.
There's two Florida lines, Silver Star and Silver Media. I think the Star went inland, which goes through like Raleigh, Durham, and Columbia, South Carolina. That goes inland, and I believe either Silver Media or vice versa goes Charleston, goes along the coast. So that they split. So I've never been on that stretch on the Carolina stretch there, Columbia or whatnot, but. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, and like I said, there are probably going to be other new services they're gonna come up with too to take trains off the tunnels area. So you know, hey, I'm looking at a note.
Yes.
I got my note from Paul Laz. You got one too, but I'm a little more special because he writes more to me. Love note, 29 and a half. I guess I get the lead. You don't get a love note. Tell us, Haverhill train excursion. Well, unfortunately, we didn't do it. I looked at all the scheduling.
The schedule did not jive. Fortunately?
Yeah, they're doing a lot of work. They're still, unless you want to ride a shuttle bus.
Yeah, there's a lot of work going on
Yeah,
on that.
it's just,
And the schedule just didn't jive with
didn't jive
with
and shuttle buses involved, so we gotta wait it out, I guess.
Yeah, that's just fine. We'll do that another day, and we'll definitely be talking about it.
Well, what's nice about
when we
that
do it.
ride is it goes along the Merrimack River.
Yes.
Lawrence, which is really pretty.
Yeah. So, Don, you mentioned about something with the Orange Line.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, no more slow zones. Governor Maura Haley and Philip Nang, general manager of the MBTA, I'm not sure what station they were. They were handing out treats. And I don't know, everyone seems happy that things are getting good. The governor seemed real happy. She had a big smile on her face. Because, the previous governor gave her a broken system. I think she did well. I really do. I think she hired the right person.
Yeah.
And even though, I really haven't been too fond about the tea or whatever, but now, now I'm starting to come around, and they only got 7 slow zones left on the entire system. 7 left on the red line, and I think they're working this weekend. I think the red line was going to be shut down. I'm not even sure where, but I know it's shut down.
So, are they going to be done ahead of schedule? Wow.
Well, Philip Yang's talking December.
Okay,
He's talking
that's
December.
ahead of schedule.
So, so they're talking December. Enough where the governor could take time out of her schedule and go hang out at the Orange Line station and hand out. I wonder what she was handing out. Kit Kats and candy bars and
I don't know.
what kind of treats, I wonder.
I don't know. But yeah, we have that going on. So there's red line work going on as well, and we're talking about that going forward.
I think all the south side stuff is done. We got the month closed down in September. But that's good. I mean, enough where the governor feels confident to come out. And it was a little news clip. I'm not sure what news agency it was, but everyone seemed happy, and everyone seemed smiling that maybe we'll get some traffic off the road. And personally, I mean, they should have me there for a day. I'll get that, right up new routes, and I think bus lines should be connectors from Red Line, where Red Line, or where Rapid Transit ends. I think they should have like bus routes that are like they call it the Red Line connector or something like that, where the buses go further out, say from Alewife or Braintree, and they have limited stops, like say the Silver Line. Yeah. And I think if it, like I said, color code works for some reason. It just schedules are kind of tough for a lot of people.
Yes.
Reading maps and schedules sometimes are tough for people, but if people can look at things color coded. That's why the red line. That's why the MBTA color system map system is so successful, because it's all color coded. People like colors. Something about your brain that just identifies with colors. So I mean, even having a red line, they could call it the red line connector or something like that, and have bus lines and have limited bus. And I think more people would ride it, and it would be better than, it would be a lot less costly than building new rapid transits. I think so. Whatever. I mean, I think the map has always been successful, and I always identified with the map. As far as that, especially the different colors, people like colors.
All right, 7:20 a.m. We're gonna take our first commercial break right now. That was a great transportation segment, Don.
And Paul, I think we're gonna wait for you. I think we're gonna drag you to Haverhill next time. Okay.
Yeah. So if you listen to Paul,
But we didn't want to be riding shuttle buses. We love shuttle buses, but we went up for riding shuttle buses just yesterday.
No.
It was cold too yesterday.
7:21 a.m. Let's take our first commercial break right now. We'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review. We'll be right back. Listen to WVB at 15:30 a.m. 99.7 FM. I don't have my logs. I left them in the truck,
I'll get them.
but it's fine. Yeah, but it's fine.
You want to go get it?
No, it's fine. I can navigate this hour with no log. I just have to fill it out. You guys have to grab it for me, and I'll fill it out.
Nothing's really. I mean, there's nothing's really changed, right?
No, nothing's changed. No, nothing's changed.
I can run out and get it.
I mean, if you want to, but if you wait till 8, it's no big deal.
How
Like I
long
said,
is
I
the
can.
commercials? 4 minutes?
4 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go get it.
All right, fine. Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Curtis Dias. I'm the senior pastor at Calvary Pentecostal Church, located at 33 Burley Road in East Freetown. I just wanted to tell you that we love you and we pray that you grow in grace instead of disgrace. Our broadcasts are called God Be the Glory, and we're on WBBF.
Good morning, Scott.
AM every Sunday morning.
Good morning,
from
Stephanie.
10 to
Good
11.
morning,
I
Paul.
hope that you enjoyed the service. God bless you.
Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association is an association of combat veterans from all branches of the United States Armed Forces who ride motorcycles as a hobby. Our mission is to support those who have defended our country and freedoms. Our focus is to help veteran care facilities provide a warm meal, clothing, shelter, and guidance, or simply to say thank you and welcome home. We have members from nearly all 50 states and living abroad. Many members continue to serve in our armed forces, with several serving in combat areas now. We sponsor and or participate in many motorcycle-related charity events each year, and as a non-profit organization, donate to various veteran care facilities and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can join or support, please visit cvma2-2.org.
Welcome to Calvary Cares Radio Hour. My name is Curtis Dias. I'm the founder and president of Calvary Cares Drop-In Center, which is located at 33 Burley Road in East Freetown. If you listen to our program, we can listen to every Monday from 12.
You off for a hit to the rails today or what? Not side of the rails. Filming.
Yeah, aside them, filming in a nice warm car, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the program. You're listening to WV.
Well, we gotta go out the platform of
30 AM and 99.7
Woodford
FM.
Junction. They'll warm up by then.
Yeah.
Tom Selleck guy?
I don't know. Why?
No, it could be crap.
I hope not. And I hope he didn't die. Jeez. Blue Bloods is being canceled.
Is it?
Yeah. He's big in with that. Paul says, "Good morning, Driscolls. Yes, Haverhill in the future."
Yeah, good.
All right, 10 seconds. All right, and we're back here on Middleboro in review on WVBF 1530 AM 99.7 FM. Now let's go through the weather here. Outside of our Taunton Federal Credit Union studios, it is a very cold 25 degrees, but it should warm up today into almost the 60s. It'll just be shy of the 60s. 59 degrees today for the high. Cloudy. I don't know. I don't think so. There's no clouds in the sky right now. I think Google is wrong. 59 degrees for the high. Apparently Google says it's going to be cloudy today. I don't think so. It doesn't look like there's any clouds in the sky at all.
That could change fast.
It could, yes, I understand. Weather does change fast, but right now it looks pretty nice. 68 degrees tomorrow, and rain in the forecast with a low of 44 tomorrow night. In Middleboro, 25 degrees, same temperature for the high, 59 degrees, cloudy, and 25 degrees for the low tonight. Very nice, well, temperature-wise, very nice. Tomorrow, 68 degrees with a low of 44, and rain in the forecast. In Driscoll, Texas, 64 degrees, a high of 90 today. Clear skies, a high of 90 tomorrow with mostly sunny skies and a low of 62 in Driscoll, Texas. Driscoll, North Dakota, it is a cold but warmer than here. 37 degrees in Driscoll, North Dakota right now. 53 for the high today. 27 for the low this evening. Mostly sunny skies and clear tomorrow. 42 degrees with a low of 34. Again in Driscoll, North Dakota. And now your blood drives for today. Let me see where that is. There we go. There they are. Now I gotta wait for this to load up. There we go. We have one more blood drive here in November. We have Tuesday, November 12th, at the Lakeville Public Library, 4 Precinct Street, Lakeville, Massachusetts. 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. for that blood drive. And then we have Saturday, December 7th, the Dorothy L. Beckwith Middle School, 330 Winthrop Street in Rehoboth, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for that blood drive. So we got quite a few blood drives going on. So that's pretty cool. Quick programming note. After me is Bread of Life coming up. And Dawn, talk for a second. I'm just going to grab the name of the program here.
Gonna talk for a second?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
As I grab the name of the program that I'm going to play today here for Bread of Life. There we go.
Right, yeah,
I have it.
Yeah, so I don't have to talk down.
Bread of Life is coming up immediately after us. Well, not immediately after us. We got the news, but you know what I mean. Coming up after us. After us, and then after the news.
Yeah.
Is Bread of Life with Pastor Ortiz Vandross. A scandalous beginning, but a glorious ending. Part number 1 is the program today.
I'll tell you one thing, not to interrupt you. I love having Pastor Ortiz in the studio. He just brings so much life, and he's such a great guy. Actually, you should try to reach out to him. Try to get him on the show again.
Yeah.
I think last April we had Chuck Hart and on your 5th year anniversary show.
Yes, we did.
Great comedy. Great.
Yes, we did.
Great chemistry. chemistry is important as far as
It
a
is.
talk show. It's talk, you know, as far as two people bouncing off each other, because sometimes some things can't be too long-winded. I think, in my opinion, you get a bounce off the other guy or whatnot. If you're by yourself, you get no choice. But I was really impressed about Pastor Ortiz being City of Brockton chaplain. Because I had a good friend I worked with for years who was a firefighter, and he knew him. And it's just important because it's just you put your money where your mouth is. You're out there in the community. I mean, more than anything. I mean, you're seeing it.
Yes.
You're going out to a scene, and and whatever the deal may be. I mean, you're seeing it. You're not comfortable and safe behind your house. You know what I mean? It's just, and people who have those experiences, they're putting their skin in the game. And I've always been a big believer about putting skin in the game. I mean, you're out there. You've always done that.
Yeah.
I mean, considering your situation, you learn how to drive, you go to work, you drive in crappy weather. We all do. To get out, get to work and get something done. But I love it. So, yeah, I hope maybe we should try to reach out to him, get him on the show.
Yeah.
All
right. It is 7:31 here. We got to take our news break here, and we'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review on 1530 AM, 99.7 FM, WVBF.
I talked to Billy yesterday.
Yes.
Chuck's there. You know meet Chuck? His buddy Chuck.
No.
Down from Brockton. I think you might know him.
I-
Well, he's down there for a while, and he went to Morgantown last night to buy a VHS. Just he went and bought one so they could look at that tape.
Yeah.
You know.
Has been declared the winner in Arizona, allowing him to complete a sweep of all 7 swing states in this year's election.
I think Terry Lake's going to lose.
I don't know.
No, it's up. No, they said it's only 85. It's up to 85%, and he's ahead 64,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Second in Arizona since 2016, the former president campaigned on border
He must have,
security and the economy, successfully tying Harris
He
to
must have
election and record
outperformed
during
in
the
some
Biden-Harris administration.
Republican areas.
I think I think some Republicans.
Washington,
I don't know.
She was a weak candidate. Anyway.
I don't know. She kind of just made it on that.
I don't think she was a strong
I don't know.
candidate.
She's
Anyway.
kind of real condescending person, you know.
Yeah, kind of. She's not a strong candidate.
And the other
right.
guy is a veteran.
Mandate means
Yeah.
Trump is expected to move decisively on his campaign front,
I'm sorry.
including mass
What's
deportation,
going on with
tariffs
Trump?
on imported goods, and extended tax cuts. He also
not dead.
said he would pardon those convicted in the
No,
January
he's not
6th
dead. I don't-
US
No,
I'm
I'm
sure.
looking too. No, he's not.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that came from.
Yeah.
The internet likes to lie.
Yeah, I know.
On 3 sides now with Russian forces. Just under 2
Yeah,
miles from
he
the
is
Kansas
like
City
the main guy in Blue Bloods.
Yeah.
And
They
that's
canceled
well, yeah, it's in its final season. They're canceling it.
Except for a makeshift group of local police officers and volunteers. Firefighters in Southern California have gained ground on a wildfire that's ravaged more than 100 structures. Light winds and favorable conditions expected through the weekend after dry, warm, and gusty weather finally subsided and gave the firemen a break. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Life takes a toll on our bodies. No way around it. Whether it's sitting hours on end at your computer or working a physical job, over time your body pays the price. There is, however, an effective way to turn back the clock on pain. Relief Factor. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor helps support your body's response to inflammation. The difference? Instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it for good. And it's 100% drug-free. If the pains that come with living a full life are affecting you, do as so many others have. Turn back the clock on pain with Relief Factor. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. When you feel good, it's amazing how much more you get out of life. So visit ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800, the number 4-RELIEF. Try it for only $19.95. While we can't stop aging, not yet, we can stop pain. Turn back the clock with Relief Factor.
Indonesia's new leader calling for collaboration rather than confrontation with China. President Prabowo Subianto made the remarks at a business forum in Beijing today after the signing of a $10 billion investment deal with Chinese companies. Subianto and Chinese President Xi Jinping earlier agreed to deepen ties, elevating security to a fifth pillar of cooperation. The Indonesian leader is heading next to Washington, then Peru, and Brazil. The Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation and Group of 20 Summit, first overseas trip since taking office 3 weeks ago. Tens of thousands of Spaniards have marched in the eastern city of Valencia to demand the resignation of the regional president in charge of the emergency response to last week's catastrophic floods. More than 200 people have died, others are missing. Some protesters have clashed with riot police in front of Valencia City Hall at the start of their march Saturday. News and analysis at townhall.com. It's here, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree.
It may not look as grand as it will once it's all lit up and decked out in December.
That Christmas tree came from Massachusetts.
Did it really?
11-ton Norway spruce has made its way from Stockbridge, Massachusetts,
Stockbridge.
all the way to Rockefeller Center in New York City to become this year's Christmas tree. The tree was loaded with a crane onto a flatbed truck and driven down with flashing
red
lights
light
and an
back
impressive
up.
escort, including police,
light
on
back
140
up.
miles to Rockefeller Center. Julie Walker, New York.
Judith Jameson has passed away. She was an internationally acclaimed dancer who later served as artistic director of the Allegheny American Dance Theater for 2 decades. She was 81 years old. Jameson grew up in Philadelphia and trained there in ballet from a young age. When black ballet dancers were rare, she became a big star. More on these stories at townhall.com.
We're back. Right, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. I turned down the bumping music. And yeah, some exciting stuff about the Rockefeller Christmas tree. That Christmas tree came from Stockbridge,
Sturbridge.
Sturbridge, I'm sorry. Sturbridge,
They
Massachusetts.
just said it.
I know.
You know the difference between Stockbridge and Sturbridge, right? You know what Stockbridge is, right?
Yes.
Where's Stockbridge?
It's in Massachusetts.
Where in Massachusetts?
It's in Massachusetts. I plead the fifth.
Sturbridge.
Okay,
Not
moving.
Stockbridge. Sturbridge.
Moving on, but yeah, exciting news there.
Sturbridge.
That's it's pretty good news for Sturbridge.
Officer Obie comes from Stockbridge.
Yes, I know that. But yeah, some exciting news there for Sturbridge. So yeah, the Rockefeller Christmas tree. That's pretty big deal.
Well, anybody who's gone out to Central Mass, out in that area, the tree's a tower. I mean, first of all, I know most listeners have probably been out to the Berkshires, but most people go to the Cape. Most people go to New Hampshire and Maine, and that's just. But I spent a lot of time in the Berkshires growing up, in my late teens, early 20s. Through my whole life, I've gone out there. I took you there many times. It's so beautiful. It's just Massachusetts, West Central and Western, all of Massachusetts is so beautiful. There's so much to see just in your backyard. You wouldn't believe everything that's out there. It's so beautiful. West Stockbridge, the Hoosick Tunnel, Florida. You want to go to Florida? You can just drive Route 2 for a little bit. You'd be in Florida.
Yep.
There's a lot out there. North Adams is nice. It's just such a. I mean, even driving out Route 5 along the Connecticut River, heading up. So yeah, Massachusetts is beautiful.
All right, we have several things coming up here this week. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. There are several events going on for Veterans Day. Tomorrow there will be a Veterans Memorial Marker Pancake Breakfast. All proceeds will support the effort of purchasing and placing of memorial markers at the grave sites of all veterans buried in the city of Taunton. That is tomorrow, November 11th, at 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Ward 5 Club, 29 Winter Street in Taunton. Prices here for the event: 6 and up, $8. 3 years to 5 will be $5, and 2 years and under will be free. The breakfast includes, pancakes, bacon, sausage, coffee, and juice. Getting hungry already, Don. In addition, there will be a table raffle with many great prizes and a 50-50 raffle.
So you buying breakfast later?
Tomorrow, you mean?
No, today.
What do you mean, today?
You said, I'm hungry now. You're talking about that.
Talking about this? Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah.
hungry. Exactly. Yeah. Questions or for more info, call Cindy Zangi at 508-245-3140 or Eric Salat at 508-813-3535. I apologize if I pronounced those names incorrectly there. But again, Veterans Memorial Marker Pancake Breakfast for Veterans Day tomorrow. There are several communities that will be holding Veterans Day events, parades, and other things along those lines. Like Middleboro has a parade and also an event tomorrow as well. And so there's a lot of things going on for Veterans Day around the area tomorrow. Tomorrow, for Veterans Day, I will be doing the morning wake-up news, Don. Yes, me. I'll be doing the morning wake-up news. Chris is off tomorrow, so I'll be doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a busy day tomorrow. You're doing the news. You have Middleboro Matters.
Yes.
You're on the. You're doing.
Yes, I am.
Calvary Cares.
Calvary
5
Cares.
hours, 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Middleboro Matters, which
And
will be a great program.
Who's at 9? Ron Lancaster.
Ron Lancaster's on from 9 to 11 tomorrow.
A lot of live shows.
So
Tomorrow.
a lot of good stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, so you got a lot on your plate tomorrow.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
All right. The Taunton Police Department is alerting the public to fraudulent and scam phone calls that several residents have recently reported. The callers identify themselves as Massachusetts police and ask for the residents by name to lend legitimacy to the call. The caller ID is spoofed to display one of the actual Taunton Police Department business line numbers, again, to lend a air of legitimacy to the scammers. The callers, who have been described as having thick foreign accents, then inform the recipient of the call that they either have a warrant for their arrest or owe a fine to the state, and state that they can resolve either with the payment over the phone. No law enforcement agency makes calls asking for payment over the phone to clear warrants or pay fines. They have also been known to state that a relative has been arrested overseas and needs bail money. If you receive a call of this nature, immediately hang up and contact the actual Taunton Police Department by calling their business line directly, 508-824-7522. Remember that once you send these money electronically, it is pretty unlikely that you're going to get it back. Once you send it electronically, it's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone.
It's history.
Yeah. It's history.
Yeah.
It's gone.
That happened to you about 3 years ago, right?
Yes, the grandparent scam.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
So it's just another mask of a scam.
Yes.
And they might start using that too.
Exactly.
Because it kind of sounded like your voice. So, I mean, they could use voice, they can use voice manipulation too.
They can.
But, like Joey just said, the police department does not take money over the phone.
No, the IRS does not take money over the phone either.
No one does. No.
And Social Security will not call you.
Right.
So
you just gotta keep that in mind. No matter how, real it sounds, they just don't take money over the phone. Just go with that first, and you'll make you'll make it feel better. But they are very, very convincing. Joey's grandfather really thought that Joey, what was it? You were in jail or something or whatever?
I think so. Yeah, that's what it was.
It sounded like you.
Yeah.
And he ended up walking in, right? And so, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's scary. These scammers.
And they're only getting more sophisticated. These scams too. So, like I said, I mean, the police department, the spokesman for the Taunton Police, whoever said that, they do not take money over the phone. No government agency does.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody. IRS, state police, local police, anybody.
Yeah.
So you hear that? You're done. Okay.
Exactly. All right. 7:46 a.m. Let's take our last commercial break, and we'll be right back here on Middleboro Review on WVBF 1530 AM 99.7 FM.
Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting right after the 9 a.m. news. Great local, regional, and national.
Was Tony back in Friday?
Yes, he was.
Oh, great. How's he doing?
I did not talk to him. But,
Oh yeah, he went around.
Yeah.
How do you know it was on Friday?
Oh, I know he wasn't Friday.
Why?
I would have gotten a phone call saying he wasn't in.
Wednesday and Friday on Coffee with Tony. Heard only on WVBF 1530 AM and 99.7 FM, your hometown radio station.
302.
St. Vincent de Paul of Sacred Heart Church in Middleboro serves the residents of the towns of Middleboro, Lakeville, Carver, and Rochester. Our base of operations is in the lower level of the parish hall on Oak Street, directly across the street from Sacred Heart Church in downtown Middleboro.
Yeah.
At this time, we serve approximately 500 families in our service area, and many of them come to us for various types of aid. This can take many forms and include many of the following programs: utilities and rent assistance, agency referrals, clothing and furniture vouchers, and temporary lodging. For more information, go to svdbmiddleboro.org. May the good Lord bless you and keep you safe.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Roll it strong. Believe. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Okay. 242.
Matthew Mission Food Pantry helps people with food insecurities from the hardships of life. In a few short years, they have given more than 4,000 bags of groceries to those in need.
That's an old
For
event.
guests with limited transportation options, they are open every Saturday morning from 9:30 to 11:30
that
at
is
the
an old
north
event.
door of the First Parish
That's
Church,
fine.
76 Church Green, and are available to anyone, no questions asked. The demand increases every week. With the looming reduction in SNAP benefits, the need is growing. Please consider a donation of unexpired, non-perishable food items, grocery store gift cards, or a monetary donation via check to the Matthew Mission Food Pantry, 76 Church Green, Taunton, or by Venmo at Matthew Mission Food Pantry. The Matthew Mission Inc. is a registered 501c3 organization. Thank you.
Okay. 320, enter. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and 0. And we're back here on Middleboro in Review as I turn down some bumper music. There we go. 7:50 a.m. Got about 10 more minutes left in the show today. Got a couple more things that we can talk about, that we can mention here. One of those things is what is in store this month for the Middleboro Council on Aging. There's a lot of things going on. Coming up here on Tuesday, November 12th at 10:30 a.m., the Middleboro Public Library Homeschool Group will present Hoka Poka, a short play about a fairy tale mystery. Kid-friendly lunch will be served at noon. Cost is $5 per person. Call the COA office to sign up. On Thursday, the 14th of November at 1:30 p.m., presenter Nancy Franks of Frankly Speaking will trace 100 years of history of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which made its debut in 1924. So this year is the 100th anniversary of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, by the way. The presentation will end with a holiday-themed raffle. You can call the COA office to reserve a seat for that event. Since making its debut in 1924, the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade has led spectators with colorful balloons, breathtaking floats, and marching bands from around the country. Monday, November 18th at 1 p.m., the film The Holdovers will be shown at the COA. In the film, a curmudgeonly instructor at a New England school stays on campus during Christmas break. He soon forms an unlikely bond with a brainy but damaged troublemaker and the school's cook, and also a woman who just lost a son in the Vietnam War. This movie stars Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti is a great actor, Don.
Oh,
He's awesome. He's awesome.
I think one of his first movies he starred in was Private Parts with Howard Stern. Mm-hmm. He was Pink Bonnet.
Yeah,
he's
hilarious.
He was great in that. And it goes to show that he could, he's well-rounded.
He can do anything.
He can do anything. I mean, he started out in comedian.
This movie, The Holdovers.
He's been in serious movies. He was John Adams. Yeah.
This movie, The Holdovers. Again, that's Monday, November 18th at 1 p.m. Again, this movie is rated R, so don't bring your kids to it.
Premiering?
It's going to be it's going to be shown at the Middleboro COA.
Okay. So the movie's
call the office to reserve a seat at the Middleboro COA for this movie. I think this movie's been out for a while. I think. That is what's going on at the Middleboro COA this month. Don.
Yes.
What else is going on?
I don't know. No more slow zones.
Yeah, no more slow zones. Yes,
yeah.
Yep, you're right.
So that's good.
That's good.
Hopefully, people start having faith in the MBTA again. I've noticed in the last few years with the broken MBTA system that there's more traffic. I'm, a professional driver. I see it a lot. I just think maybe now they could sharpen up the bus routes a little bit.
Yes.
Swap them around because they haven't really changed many bus routes since I was a kid, and we're talking 4 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like to see express buses going on Route 24. I don't know. I really think if the buses made sense, I think more people would take them. And we've had this conversation before. What's the bus network going to look like in this area for South Coast Rail?
South Coast Rail, by the way, still on schedule to open in May of 2025.
Yep.
So that's good news.
Well, they better. I mean, oh my God, they better. But you know what? I've said this before. I just wish they had their stuff together because now we got to deal with another winter where people have to drive in.
Yes.
And it would have been nice to have it. I mean, especially during bad weather. Get people off the road and get them into town or get them wherever they got to do. And I hope the schedule reflects. I'm not sure what the schedule's gonna be like, but now you've got 4 cities involved now. Again, Bedford, Fall River, Taunton, and Brock.
Yeah.
All along the same corridor. So economic development and the opportunity for those cities. Hopefully it works out. But East Taunton's far from downtown Taunton, so let's hope there's a shuttle or a connector to get people from the Taunton area to the train station and vice versa. Yeah, I mean, that'd be interesting. That'd be a smart thing to do. You need to get to the stations. A lot of people, I don't know. It's a long walk into the station now.
Yeah.
From the 140. So, I mean, you got to think about a lot of the people who really can't walk or they're handicapped. They need to get right to the door.
All right, our Today in History is November 10th. Today, November 10th, our Today in Histories are as follows. 1775, the United States Marine Corps is founded in Tun Tavern in Philadelphia by Samuel Nichols. 1898, the beginning of the Wilmington Insurrection of 1898, the only instance of a municipal government being overthrown in the United States' history. 1975, Don, the 729-foot-long freighter SS Edmund Fitzgerald, sinks during a storm on Lake Superior, killing all on board.
Yeah.
And 1983, Bill Gates introduces Windows 1.0, changing the electronic technology, computers, pretty much everything. Windows 1.0 was just a huge deal. Just like the iPhone was a huge deal when that came out in, I believe it was 2007. When that came out, that was a huge deal. That was revolutionary at the time.
We kind of take for granted what we have. Both of us have it on our hands. I mean, we can do everything with it. We can look up anything. We can film. We can text. We can email. We can call. Make a phone call. It's do your banking. Do everything with this device.
Yes.
So I mean, it's just it's unbelievable.
All right, birthdays for today. 1944, Tim Rice, English lyricist and author. He worked alongside, hold on, get his name, Andrew Lloyd Webber on several different movies, plays that were turned into movies like Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Jesus Christ Superstar, which was amazing. I've watched that several times, and the original CD for Jesus Christ Superstar features Ian Gillan as Jesus.
Yep.
So that's a pretty big
What was
deal.
the story behind that? Producer went into a Deep Purple.
Yeah, so it was Tim Rice. I think it was either Tim Rice or Andrew Lloyd Webber that went into a. No, this was for Yvonne Illman. They went into a club for Yvonne Illman.
And he heard him do Child in Time.
And no. This is for Yvonne Illman real quick. I'll get to Ian Gillan in a second. But for Yvonne Illman, I think it was either Tim Rice or Andrew Lloyd Webber. They went into a club, heard her sing, and they immediately tapped her to be Mary. And for Ian, I think they heard Child in Time on the radio. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a big deal. Jesus Christ Superstar, when the CD came out, it was a big deal. 1947, Glenn Buxton, born on this day, American guitarist for Alice Cooper. He passed away in 1997 from pneumonia. 1947 as well, Greg Lake, English, there we go. English singer, songwriter, guitarist, and producer. Dave Loggins, also born in 1947 on this day, American singer, songwriter, and guitarist. 1948, Shigesato Itoi, Japanese video game designer and voice actor. He created Earthbound, an amazing trilogy of games. Earthbound is was really important for Nintendo when that came out. That was a huge deal, and it's still a huge deal today, 40 or so years later. 1954, Bob Stanley, American baseball player and coach. 1963, Mike McCarthy, American football player and coach for the Dallas Cowboys and also the Green Bay Packers. And passing away on this day 2 years ago today, Kevin Conroy, just an important voice for DC, for Batman in the animated world, along with, of course, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill was very important for the Batman series in the animated world too. His voice as Joker, and that was a big deal as well. So Kevin Conroy passing away on this day 2 years ago today. It is 8 o'clock. I want to say thank you for listening to today's program. We'll be back next week with another edition of Middleboro in Review. And stay tuned tomorrow for Middleboro Matters.
And stay tuned today because we got a lot of good programming. We got Stand Up Strong at 12 o'clock.
Yes, Stand Up
Ed
Strong.
Miller and Bishop Tony.
Yeah, so that's coming up. All right.
12 o'clock. Yep.
Bye-bye, everybody.
How many shows you think we've done?
It's gotta be in the 300s. No, it's more than that. It's gotta be in the 400s at this point.
Broadcasting live from the
We only missed like 3 or 4.
I think we missed about 4, maybe 5.
No, vacations too.
Yeah, maybe 5.
There was still.
Middleboro Center, 99.7
I think we missed about 5.
hometown radio station.
Come on. Alright.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Michael.
Yeah, I agree, Scott. Yeah, she has a phenomenal voice. Absolutely, I agree. She was amazing in Jesus Christ Superstar, both in the film and also on the CD as well. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to the program today. Again, we'll be back next week with another edition of Middleboro in Review. Bye-bye, everybody.